Thank you for stopping by and finding out more about your metropolitan planning organization. And that is exactly what we are, a resource for you regarding transportation issues and planning. My name is Helen Wiles, and I'm the Public Outreach Manager for the Dover-Kent County MPO. My job is awesome because my job is to make sure that you get a voice in decision making for transportation in Kent County. I'll now spend the next 10 minutes or so giving you an overview or an MPO 101 introduction. So, what exactly is an MPO? Well, here's what happens. When a community grows to 50,000 people or more, that triggers the federal government to say, let's put an MPO there. The MPO is a federally mandated not-for-profit that coordinates transportation planning and programs throughout Kent County. We work with agencies like DelDOT and DART, as well as city, county, and state governments, economic development and environmental agencies, and even private stakeholders like Mount Air Foods, Chesapeake Utilities, and Carload Express to make sure everyone is cooperating and continuing to improve transportation. We also make sure that before certain federal funds are spent on any transportation project, two things happen. One, that any federal mandates governing safety, air quality, or environmental justice are met, and two, that the public is involved in every step of the process. Our coverage area is considered Kent County, to include all of Smyrna and Milford, even the parts that go into Newcastle and Sussex counties. Kent County has been urbanized, therefore we've been in existence since 1992. The majority of the MPO is made up of volunteers or professionals who work for other places and sit on our advisory councils. We are governed by our MPO Council, which is made up of mayors, including the Mayor of Dover, the Levy Court President, the Secretary of Transportation, the CEO of DART, the Governor, or their appointees. These people are leaders in transportation decision-making all over the county. We also have a TAC, which is technical people from the agencies above, also air quality people, representatives from DENREC, economic development, land use, and even agriculture. They are the people who know how to get things done. And we have our PAC, which is volunteers who are from every corner of Kent County with very diverse interests and backgrounds. They are here because they want to be and because they have some interest in what we do. All of these committees have meetings regularly, and all of them are open to the public. In fact, we encourage people to come, especially if they have issues. All meeting notices and agendas are available on our website. So now you know how we got here and who we are, but you're probably wondering why. Our core mission is to be a fair and impartial table where everyone can sit and make good decisions about transportation in our communities. We assist our partners in evaluation of transportation ideas by the reports that we're responsible for writing and from the studies that we are responsible for doing every year. But a big part of our mission is to make sure that the public, including all affected groups, have involvement in every step of the planning process. We use something called the 3C process when talking transportation planning and therefore funding. We want to ensure that every plan or improvement is continuous, cooperative, and comprehensive. If a plan addresses all three of these, then it's probably a solid plan. We also look at 6 planning factors for transportation projects. Will this project support the economic vitality of the area? Will it increase safety? Are there options for accessibility? Will the environment be protected, and will we still be able to experience it? Will this project connect places better or make it more efficient to get from point A to point B? So, here's how we sing for our supper. We write a long-term plan every 4 years called an MTP, or a Metropolitan Transportation Plan. This plan looks into the next 20 years and figures out what is going to be the most important things that we have to accomplish in that time. We are preparing to do this again. In 2020, we will start the year-long process of talking to as many people and doing tons of surveys and public workshops to get the raw data to write the MTP. It'll be adopted by the Council in 2021. The MTP sets out a number of projects that should be addressed both soon and in the future. DelDOT takes that report, along with others, and writes a capital transportation program for the state. We then take that CTP and come up with the projects that we think should be funded soon. That becomes our TIP, Transportation Improvement Program. The TIP is used to write a STIP, which is the state's version, also done by DelDOT. Then the CTP goes to legislature for adoption. If they make any changes, we may amend our TIP, because the two reports must match before federal funds can be released. We also do a UPWP. This is our annual budget and work plan. The staff of the MPO is very small, 6 people, 2 part-time and 4 full-time employees. The majority of our budget goes towards studies. So if one of our partners wants to put a project in the MTP or even in the TIP, and it's not an obvious safety or repair project, they may ask us to do a study. You'll find all the current studies we plan to do in our current UPWP on our website. There's also a page called Studies where you can read all the past reports we've done. Air quality is another thing that we look at. Air quality is vital. The air we breathe consists of a lot of things besides oxygen. We have ozone and particle matter that are now part of our air due to things we do, like driving cars. Yes, we understand a lot of other things contribute to air pollution, but traffic falls under our purview. We must ensure that every project we contribute to will not make the air worse. And since Kent County is currently considered non-attainment by the EPA, we also have to help produce a report about how we're not going to make our air any worse and how we're actually going to make our air cleaner. Environmental justice speaks to discrimination based on race, income, age, disability, or anything that would make a population underserved. We will not only consider, but actually seek input from those communities, especially if they are significantly affected by a project. And finally, safety. The federal government collects statistics every year from the states on things like accidents, fatalities, drunk driving, and distracted driving incidents. All of us with any responsibility in transportation have performance measures, which are goals to make all the accidents and fatalities go down. We join with our partners in safety education to work towards 0 deaths in Kent County. So that's the MPO. Now, here's where we need you. We need you to keep in touch so that when we need public input, there it is. We are on every social media channel, and our website is full of dynamic information from interactive maps to 2 to 3 minute videos. We also have Map It, a map where you can actually document your traffic issue on the spot with your smartphone. There are surveys, games, even the occasional giveaway on our site or on our social media, so join us today. If you have any more questions, feel free to give me a call or drop me an email. Here's my number and my address. I am also available for presentations to any civic organization or other group of people that you might think would be interested. Thanks again for stopping by. I look forward to working with you.